All right, guys, welcome to Pulling Trig. My name is Howard.
Alan.
This is our first video ever. So a little bit of background. I'm kind of new to the whole gun scene. This was the first gun that I ever bought. I bought it about 3 years ago when I first started college. Never really shot it. I was in California at the time. Well, no, actually, I was in school in Illinois, but I'm from California. And I just had it at home, never really shot it. It had the bullet catch magazine release button. And then so you had to stick one of these bullets inside the magazine catch in order to release the magazine. And I only had like 10 round mags. So I never really shot it until I came to Texas and then took it out to the range and like gave it a good go around, right?
Yeah.
So
Pretty decent round.
yeah. So I'm gonna give you my perspective on the gun. I guess you could say it's from a beginner's perspective. Yeah, just kind of like the average person, like what they would think about it. I'm no expert. I'm not in the military or anything like that. So you can
None of us are.
Yeah. So you can kind of get like a real world, just like what an average person would think about a gun. You know, for you guys.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna start. Well, okay, I'm gonna start from the front to the back. I'm gonna kind of work around the ergonomics or just overall how the gun feels. He does more of the technical features and like
Just
he gets down
yourself.
basically down to the nitty gritty of the gun. All right, so we're gonna start with the flash hider and muzzle brake. So originally, it had an A2 birdcage on there. It was okay.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah.
It hides the flash. It does its job. It doesn't really do anything. We knew we wanted to mount a suppressor on there, and then he's the one that has the suppressor. So he only has the ones that have like the QD mounts that doesn't thread directly on. So we added the Advanced Armament Flash Hider, and we mounted a 7.62 SDN6 from Advanced Armament.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then next on is the rail. But who the hell uses Keymod now?
Overall, HEMOD is not bad. If you have a HEMOD, I mean, it's fine. You're like, what, 10 years behind, probably, a little bit. But,
Okay, first of all, it doesn't look good. It looks like little dildos going all across the gun. It has like a little. I mean, if you know what Keymod looks like, it's like a little ball in the front, and then it's got like a little dick coming out in the front. It doesn't look good, and I didn't have any attachments to work on the Keymod. He doesn't because none of us really use it.
yeah, and we started, we're young, so,
Yeah.
and M-Lock was a thing when I started having guns, and I started with M-Lock.
Yeah.
Never tried anything else, always M-Lock, so I don't have anything, I have no opinion what to say about it, other than, look.
It's trash. It's trash because we don't have any attachments for it. All right, we didn't. So we basically just ran this bare bone stock. I had like one of these Magpul ladder things to cover the Picatinny rail. Had that when I used to airsoft. Threw it on here.
Airsoft.
Yeah. Okay, and then so moving on. I already told you guys about the mag catch. I hate California. Their laws are absolutely terrible. Like, I mean, I get the whole like side of them saying like, oh, like it will slow you down, blah blah blah, whatever. But flat out, it sucks. It makes your life terrible, make my life terrible.
Take away your freedom.
Yeah, I didn't like it. So he put in like a regular mag catch, worked fine. Yeah, and then so moving on, the pistol grip and the buttstock are both Daniel Defense. They work fine. They have like some rubber texture right there. I mean, it works fine. If you're sweating a lot, it doesn't matter what the hell is right there. Your face is still gonna slide on the rubber. Same thing with the pistol grip.
Especially with you.
Yeah, my hands sweat like crazy. I have to wear gloves when I go shooting. So when you're wearing gloves, it doesn't really make that big of a difference, except for like if you're talking about the ergonomics of it. It does fit decently well in your hand. It has like a little palm swell on the back, and then it has the ridges for your fingers. So I mean, overall, it's a pretty good pistol grip. I mean, I don't have any gripes with it.
It's pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
I may say it'd be better than Magpul sometime, but I run everything with Magpul, so
Yeah.
this is different. Buttstock, I really.
It looks cool.
No, not to me. I actually hate it.
Oh.
It looks really ugly to me.
I think it looks pretty cool. It looks kind of futuristic. I don't know.
I don't know. It looks stupid, honestly.
Okay. Hey, we'll teach their own.
Well-
Okay, yeah. So then we also have the charging handle over here. The original one,
Was a regular mil spec.
mil-spec one. I mean, it works. Replace it with this one. It's his Badger Ordnance charging handle. Works fine. The only thing I will say, even with the original charging handle, and then when we change out to this one, I don't know what's going on with the gun, but it just has like a really rough. Here, we'll show you guys. It's just like here. Mike's over here. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's just rough as hell, and it just like catches at random points, and then at certain like points of the travel, it gets like even tougher to pull, and it's not because of it's not because of the recoil spring or the buffer spring. It's I think it's rubbing against something in there.
I feel like
metal.
it's the bolt carrier kind of rubbing onto like the tube probably, but I can't guarantee that. I'm not an expert. I don't have gauges or anything to actually figure it out.
It's also very possible that we haven't shot it enough too. I mean, we did shoot a lot, but considering there's been an ammo crisis, like we
only shot
went
about 1,000 rounds.
1,000, yeah.
1,000. But
I think like even with the like if you're paying this much for a gun, how much is this gun?
it's 1,700. Yeah,
1729. Like if you're paying 1729 for a gun, it shouldn't feel like this. Like if you buy it from the store, everything should feel like smooth. Like I can understand like the accuracy of the gun and like maybe you have the breaking barrels, right? That makes sense. But like your action shouldn't like this should be finished before it comes out of the shop. It just I don't know. It's one of my big gripes.
Some of you guys may say that it's probably because of the charging handle. It happened to the mil-spec charging handle before we added the ambi. So, I mean, there's certain spots where it actually works pretty well, but once you start doing tactical reload or something, it's just not a guarantee it's going to be smooth. There's some sweet spots and there's some like just terrible like not.
It's just like the feeling that it's like grinding,
Yeah. And I also installed a Radian charging handle too, and did the exact same thing. So charging handles kind of out of that.
It's booty.
I cleaned up the upper receiver. There was no nicks or marks or anything like that. It was all smooth, and I looped the living shit out of it. So just to make sure it wasn't because we're not lubing enough, and it's still doing the same thing. So we're not even sure. First impression about that kind of sad. I have shot other Daniel Defense before, so it's just this gun. I have shot with Daniel, the ones, the newer ones with the M-locks and shit, and they work fine. They work great. For some reason, this one, it's probably because it came out from California. It was like, I probably had something wrong with it. California witchery or some shit like that. It's probably what happened.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is a one-off. Maybe we should have looked on forums to see if it happened more, but I mean, I'm assuming something like this probably would go away after you fire several thousand rounds out of it. Maybe after like 3,000-4,000, but like from when we started shooting it until like the end of like the 1,000 rounds, it still felt the same. So I don't know.
Yeah, can't say much about that.
Yeah.
But
Okay, now moving on, the trigger, mil-spec trigger.
Mil-spec trigger.
Booty. It's booty.
Roll ass. Okay.
It works.
It works. I get it that some police department policy or military, you have to use Geissele triggers. I know special ops, they get to use Geissele triggers and whatnot. But as a civilian, for paying $1,700, I really think that you should upgrade to something better. A polished mil-spec trigger like from ALGs would even be better. But if you can like save some money and get a Geissele trigger, perfect. I mean, everything I run is Geissele, mil-spec, just not worth it. Like
you're paying $1,700 and they're giving you a basic ass trigger. Like these don't even. How much do they cost? Does it replace like an ALG or like?
I have no idea, but I want to say below $100 to upgrade your trigger. But
Daniel Defense, get your shit together. I mean, maybe the new ones they replaced.
Yes, they did.
They did?
No,
Okay.
well, I think it's just an add-on feature. You can actually get a Geissele trigger from Daniel Defense. So I'm not trying to like brag on or trying to like drag your name or anything. It's just honestly, if you have the option to get a Geissele trigger, just get the Geissele trigger. It's just worth maybe $100 more. I don't know.
I think it's a really big difference. Like these triggers obviously work with enough training, you can shoot.
Oh, yeah, most definitely, yeah.
You can shoot fast enough with it. You can shoot as accurate with it. It's based off of training, but
Mil-Spec Mojo.
yeah. But as for someone who absolutely sucks at shooting, who doesn't shoot that much, like coming in and using this type of trigger does make it a little bit harder. But it works. It works.
You know, if you start off with the mil-spec trigger and you learn how to be proficient with it at first, upgrading to a Geyser trigger will be like 10 times better for you. So it's up.
Yeah.
It's the way you look at it. You know, it doesn't need to be about, I need to upgrade to a Geyser trigger right away, or if that's only you can afford, then fine by me. But
Yeah.
my recommendation was just upgrade to a Geyser trigger.
But you basically already have what I would consider almost a Gucci rifle. Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is so expensive.
This is
you
getting
know?
to the Gucci. This is
Well, wait, so we're like, if you have a cheaper gun, you bought a gun from PSA, like you have a mil-spec trigger, like it's what you expect and it's fine, it works, right? But when you're paying, as I said earlier, it's $1,700. Like come on, dude, come on.
Yeah, that's a no-go. Right
And I
there,
think we
but-
also forgot to mention what gun this is. This is the we'll insert this in the front too, but this is the Daniel Defense M4V11.
This is our first video.
It's our first video.
Calm down, guys.
Yeah, so we bought this. I bought this in 2016, 17-ish. So it's about 4 years old
You know
now.
what's funny? M-Block were coming out at that time, so I don't know why you still keep on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we mounted 2 different scopes on here. There was a Vortex Strike Eagle, and then this one's the Huey. I mean, shit, I like the Huey better. It's a lot easier. I mean, obviously, like using a regular scope like the Strike Eagle and LVPO, the eye relief is different. It's not.
Well, yeah, but that's because
it's a scope.
you bought that back in 2016. Like that's probably first gen Strike Eagle 1.6, and the eye relief for that was complete trash.
But I think it doesn't matter. Like even for the newer LVPOs, your eye relief is still not going to beat the one that you get from a holographic sight. It's a holographic.
Of course,
sight,
both have their advantages. Of course, 1.6 you get to 6, but with a regular holographics, it's like Power 1. That's it. So nothing much to say about that. I prefer to run it with a holographic as well, just because I like holographics. But 1.6 is also a decent option for this rifle as well.
It depends on your situation and what you need.
Yeah.
Right.
For us, we didn't need the 1.6 whatsoever.
Yeah.
But if anything, I'll probably add a magnifier if I wanted to or not.
Yeah. I mean, we were shooting out like 100, 200 yards, like perfectly fine. I mean.
Oh yeah, really easily.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let's talk about the internals now. The internals. All right. So the internals. Let's start with the barrel. The barrel is great. It's very accurate. We were getting sub MOA at 100 yards with just practice ammo.
Almost sub MOA.
But I won't blame that on human error. Just saying.
Yeah.
But honestly, Cohammer Forge, Chrome Line, 1-6 twist, standard threads, 40556, and it shoots great. It uses a low profile gas block that's not adjustable, which shoots very well, surprisingly, with a mid length. It shoots very well. The gas is pretty balanced.
Except when you suppress it.
Yeah, when we suppressed it though, that's what it went out of whack almost. It's just the recoil is much harder, but thankfully it has a, I believe a heavy buffer, which helped tremendously compared to other.
Oh my god, the gas will always spray into your eyes, and dude, it burns. It burns.
He's from California, and he just got into the gun industry. I mean, just the gun
Gun
world,
scene.
the gun scene. He never shot a suppressed AR before, so this is his first impression about it.
Well, and that's not true. I've shot my AR-10 suppressed before I shot this suppressed.
Yeah, but that was all Gucci'd out.
That is true.
We're gonna have a review on that one next time.
And it also has adjustable gas block.
Yeah.
But
this
yeah.
is just like basically a mil standard AR. I'm pretty sure. So back to the gun, we have a mil spec bolt carrier group. Just a regular mil spec, up to spec.
Is there a coating on it?
It's phosphate coating. So it's very basic, but it gets the job done. Military uses it, so what you expect, Receiver is 6061 T aluminum.
70-75.
What? Really? Now that's where your money is going to. 7075 aluminum. So
7075 T6 aluminum, Type 3 hard coat anodized. I have no idea what any of that means, but he knows. CNC machine.
it's better. The number is higher than 6061. So just it's higher. That's where your money also is going to, is good quality aluminum.
Feels solid.
It's awesome. Like, it's just a receiver, honestly. I mean, you guys already know. But mil spec safety selector, honestly, it feels great. It feels good. Really nice. Tactile. I have felt mushy and really hard switches before. Daniel Defense never really nailed that part, at least. It feels great.
Smooth.
Real smooth.
Like a baby's butt.
No.
Yo.
Back to what I was saying, though. The trigger, definitely going to be upgraded. We talked about that already, so I won't get too much about that.
Do that trigger pull, though.
Yeah. So let's talk about...
Pull that trigger. Pull that trigger.
That's about a good 5 pounds.
It's mil spec.
Yeah, 5 pounds is good. So... Did you enjoy shooting this?
Yeah, okay. I haven't shot that many ARs.
You shot my Frankenstein one.
Did I?
Yeah, remember the first...
Oh, yeah.
First time we met, I let him use one. Yeah, I let him use my AR, and it was kind of weird because it was Frankenstein, like literally out of parts that I switched out on other ARs. Super weird.
Yeah, I mean, I like the gun. It shoots fine. We didn't have any failures.
Yeah, no failure whatsoever, and
It works.
yeah,
It's accurate. It's just like little things that kind of take you off or like kind of detract you from the gun. But overall, it is a very good gun.
and remember, we're talking about this gun. We're not talking about every Daniel Defense. Like I said, I have tried other Daniel Defense and they work perfectly fine. It was just this one specifically that was just not up to the standard that we see Daniel Defense supposed to be.
Mainly just that charging.
Just this back part right here.
Yeah.
Everything else is totally fine, but just this little part right here, it could be reworked or fine-tuned again to become a great gun, honestly.
But for a $1,700 gun,
you expect
like
that.
you would expect like during QC they would catch this. You know what I mean? I find it to be kind of unacceptable. But then again, like this isn't representative of the whole brand, like he said. This is a one-off, maybe. This is our gun.
Well, more than likely, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's this gun. I haven't heard of anyone else having this problem. We also haven't tried to see if anyone else had this problem. But I'm assuming this it probably isn't a common occurrence. It's Daniel Defense. It's a great gun company, you know. So
Yeah. So it's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, shot great. I loved it. 16-inch mid-length, it's great. Soft shooting, low recoil, whatnot you have with the AR. The handguard rail is great.
it's a cool looking rail, except for the dick mod.
The dick mod.
Dick mod. Yeah.
It's really slim. It reminds me of BCM's handguard, just how slim it is too. This is probably heavier than the BCM handguard, 15 inches. But honestly, it's super sturdy. I know that whatever you do to the handguard, it's going to stay aligned no matter what.
It works, man. It works great. It's a great rail.
It works.
Yeah.
It's tried and true. It's been used in Spec Ops with the quad rail.
It's a great gun, but it's hella expensive. Like
For a brand new gun owner, don't buy a Daniel Defense. I wouldn't recommend it just yet. Once you start getting like your first AR, now your second AR, you want something real nice, definitely go with a Daniel Defense or a BCM, whatever you want to pick. But if you ask me if you should get one, I would recommend it. Just there's some few quirks for this gun that didn't meet my specification.
It's a great gun. I mean, if you're the type of person where you just want to buy a gun that's good to go, that is that is really accurate, that performs well, that's reliable, like by all means, like this is a great gun to get. But if you're kind of like balling on a budget,
Upgrade the trigger.
yeah, like, but if you're balling on the budget, or if this doesn't fit exactly what you need, like if you don't like this type of handguard, or if you don't like the certain buttstock, if you don't like the trigger, or if there's certain things where if this is already like at the top of your budget, it doesn't make sense to get this gun.
But you should expect high things from it.
Yeah.
Like Triart, you know.
Yeah.
You're paying like what?
Top dollar.
Yeah.
But okay, and I feel like, and it's also dependent on what you need the gun for, right? If you're gonna be like me, like when I was in school in Illinois, and I was like, my home was still in California, like it made no sense. I don't even know why I bought this super expensive gun and I barely shot it, right? If you know you're maybe gonna shoot like once every couple months, whatever, or maybe like every 3 weeks or so, just buy Palmetto Armor. You can buy a cheaper gun. You're not going to be able to like use the gun to the point, or get the gun to a certain point where it's going to break down, or like certain things are going to wear out. It's just really not, right? But if you're going to be shooting constantly, you're going to be shooting weekly, or like every other day, or you're like really into training,
or your life depends on it.
Life depends on it, or if you're in the military, or if you're law enforcement, you know, if you want a certain standard, then it would make sense to get a gun this expensive. But everything depends on what you need. And also what you want too. But I think basing your purchase decisions on what you need should be in the forefront.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So this is a great gun. It is overpriced. If you can afford it, if you need it, go out and buy it.
It's not overpriced.
Yes, it is overpriced.
For us, it is. Well, for you, it is. But for some people, quality control and law enforcement, having the extra money,
you have a warranty behind it,
or you at least have a good backer behind it, like a clock, you know.
Yeah. Well, see, it makes sense if you're in like some sort of government entity. Like they're not going to be building their own ARs. Like it makes sense for them to like go to a company, and that company will back the products and whatever, right?
Yes.
But I'm saying like for the civilian market, if you're just like an individual looking for guns, like
shooting once a month, once a year.
If you got the
worth it.
Yeah. If you got the dough, great gun.
Yeah.
Great fucking gun.
Guys, the trigger, remember.
It's a great gun, man. Yeah, do you have anything else to say?
Yeah, good gun. That's
yeah,
it.
it's a great gun.
Great gun.
Guys, go out and train. Go and actually shoot your guns.
Spend thousands of dollars on ammo because you didn't restock like me. Yeah.
Just go out and go shoot, man. And go eat Asian food.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wait, well, we forgot to do the outro.
What's the outro?
If you live in Texas, carry your gun all day, every day.
Bro, just be smart, be safe,
And
go train.
All right, we're done.
Whoa, we should end it. Be smart, be safe, and go train.
We got to do like and subscribe.
Oh.
Damn it, go back here. We got to do the outro again. God damn it.
Oh. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to us.
Like and subscribe. Hit that
notification bell.
More videos upcoming.
Share a video if you like.
Yeah. Go watch Flannel Daddy videos. You already know
I love
who he is.
Rantham.